to record and share my screen. All right, what is up, people? It is Wednesday, April 17th. This team call is going to kind of focus on a hodgepodge of things. Just gonna kind of be candid, real, open with you guys. I'm gonna say some stuff. If you guys want to, input any feedback, especially when we start talking about like team and team culture and thoughts on that. So yeah, I'm excited to hang out with you guys. I hope that you guys have been having a great week, and let's kick this thing off with our Success Club check-in. It's incredible because I have been talking to another coach. She actually guest spoke on our team about a month ago. Her name's Megan. I kept calling her Marley, if you guys remember her. She's also at Success Club 6 and just struggle busing this month. And I don't say that to say like it's okay that my number is low, but as a leader, I know that typically what I do, my team does half. So if I'm just hitting Success Club right now, I can't expect you guys to hit Success Club. I put that pressure on myself to lead by example, and to kind of like set the tone. So it's hard for me to put that number up there, but I'm never going to fake it. And I'm never going to, not say that it's been a tougher month. But I also know, I've been going through some things with this business. And we'll talk about that a little bit as the call goes on. And I think I kind of let it get to me. And I just haven't been talking to enough people. I was talking to Mackenzie yesterday. I said, let's be honest here. I just haven't been talking to enough people. And she's like, I'm proud of you that you can admit that. So that's where I'm at. But the amazing thing is, though, we're halfway through the month. We still have an entire half of the month. So, I'm making the promise to myself. I want to get my number at Success Club 10. I want to help 5 women this month. And then I would also like to get John's account stacked with a couple more discount coaches. So that is my goal. I'm putting it out there for you guys. Kelly is at 4. Nikki, Brittany, and Carly, Shay, Taylor, and Lexi are at 2, with Lexi and Kelly both hitting Emerald tomorrow. So it's been absolutely incredible week after week that we get to do these amazing announcements within our team. So I'm incredibly, incredibly proud. Hitting Emerald tells me 2 things. The first thing, that you're changing lives. And the second thing, that you're taking a little bit more control of your business. You're kind of, the analogy that I hear literally almost at every single training about Emerald is hitting Emerald is sticking your key in the ignition and turning your car on. Okay. Or it's flipping, it's unlocking your door for business. And then once you hit Diamond, you're driving. Once you hit Diamond, that door is completely open and you are open for business. So this is just the first step of many. And I'm just incredibly, incredibly proud of you guys. All right. A couple housekeeping items. Summit. If you're thinking about Summit, let me know. Summit is, you just got to get there. These live events, and I don't know if Lexi's on the call or not, but these live events they're a game changer. They're just the vibe, the energy, everything about being at a live event is incredible. And I promise you, if you guys are not there, you're going to have such FOMO. Because if you saw the girls on the Success Club trip, that FOMO is so real. And we just get to learn so incredibly much. And Summit this year is going to be a little bit different because they're going to have different learning tracks for where you are in your business, which is really exciting instead of just like a broad overview like it's been. So it just keeps getting better and better. 3-day refresh is on sale right now. I saw that in the coach office. I actually have one here. If you don't know what the 3-day refresh is, it's a 3-day cleanse. And you get to eat food. So it's pretty awesome. It's not like a juice cleanse. I've done it 3 or 4 times now. Basically, you have a couple fiber drinks to drink, or 1 fiber drink. You have a couple vanilla drinks to drink. You drink your Shakeology, and you eat some veggies and a fruit, 2 fruits, something like that. So 3 days really, really kind of just sheds that extra layer of fluff. I'm going to be doing it Monday. After Easter, if you celebrate Easter, and coming off of the 21-day fix, I'm behind about 1 or 2 workouts. So I'm going to do it Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and right around then I'm going to drop those 21-day transformation pictures, fingers crossed. So yeah, if anybody has one on deck or wants to fire one up, it's always more fun to do with a buddy, or this is always a good opportunity to create team volume. If you are going to do it and talk about it on your Instagram stories, you can sell these and it creates volume and you'll still make commission and volume and all the things. Apparel line. So Beachbody is coming out with their very own workout clothes, their apparel line. Super excited about this. It's going to launch right around Summit. The idea is, so at Summit, there is a thing called the Core. And at the Core, it's all things Beachbody that you could ever want, you can buy. You can buy Energize right there and ring it up. You can buy Shakeology right there and ring it up. You can buy the beach bars there, but they always have workout clothes. And I've never bought anything, but I always am close. But it's always just been like if you were to walk into a store. But now the apparel line, we can make commission off of it, volume, we get the discounts, like it's all the things. So that's really, really awesome. Checking the chat really quick. Oh yeah, Molly, we should do it together for sure. Okay, and then the Super Weekend video is actually in your coach office. So if you guys go into your coach office, right on your homepage, when you scroll down, it's all like the breaking news. That's where I get like all these housekeeping items. The Super Weekend video is what they showed at every single Super Weekend. And it was a really, really good one this year. They talked about the new program, Morning Meltdown 100, got to know a little bit more about that. That's releasing in July. We got to learn about the apparel line. There was a couple coaches on there talking, and then there's always success stories, and they're just so incredibly moving. So definitely, carve out some time and watch that video. It's always fun to watch. All right, so talking about Super Weekend, and I really, I had some notes written down from Super Weekend, so I'm checking right now. Lexi, are you on this call? Lexi, you are. I don't know if you're busy or showing your face or unmuting yourself to hear your input too, but you don't have to. But I'm going to talk a little bit about my notes that I have just from Super Weekend. Ours was a little bit different just because Carl, our CEO, was there. So a lot of the focus was hearing him talk rather than coaches training you. But a couple things. So if you're going to Summit, you're going to want to watch out for these important dates. It's April 29th, May 2nd, and I believe the third one was May 6th. The enrollment waves are going to be going out, and that's like when you can register for your workouts. That's when you can register for if you want to buy like meal packages, like lunches there. We never in the past have bought the meals there. Instead, what we do is we go out for lunch. We just all walk together and go out for lunch. But you can definitely do that. You buy your Shakeology tickets when you actually get there. They have Shakeology bars, and they make you your shakes there. It's awesome. But you're going to want to keep that on your radar. And as soon as we start getting word about like what workouts we're going to be picking, like you obviously like don't have to pick that. Like if I really want to work out with Autumn and you hate Autumn, like don't come with me and work out with Autumn. You might want to work out with Joel. So it's up to you, but we always kind of like post what we're doing in case you want to do it as a group. Another thing, so I'm just going to read through these and kind of talk about what it is. It's not going to be fluid. It's not going to be nice and pretty. It's probably going to be pretty choppy, but a coach was talking about when she signs a coach up, within her first 48 hours, she asks them who their two people are that she's going to get to sign up underneath her, like 48 hours. Like no popping in the training, 48 hours. Who are your two? And let me help you talk to them. They sometimes hop on like 3-way calls. She helps her with scripts. So I thought that was an interesting approach. Hot market versus warm market. So your warm market, we've been talking so much about like your Instagram followers and who's watching you. And like we've been calling that kind of like your lukewarm market, but they really are using that term warm market now because they're engaging with your day-to-day. They're engaging with your posts. They're watching your stories. So that's kind of your warm market. And they were talking about how so many people like discount the hot market. And the hot market is like somebody who lives in my apartment complex, my coworker, my parents' neighbor who's my age, or, whatever. It's people who in your real life day-to-day. I say real life, but like here, like day-to-day in person. And that so often those are people who we're most fearful to invite. I know that we've talked about that in a couple calls, or who we just forget to invite. So, at the end of the month, if you're pushing and you need that last person, go to your hot market, you guys. And I can help you with some language so that it's not like your typical like, hey, I just met you on the internet. You want to do these workouts? Because your verbiage will shift, from hot market to your warm market. So Carl talked a lot about the pyramid scheme objection and kind of combating that. So I just jotted down a couple notes. He's like, you can always just tell people, if you guys ever hear this, I always say like F you if I ever hear that from anybody. I don't care. No value exchange in a pyramid scheme. In MLM, which we are, multi-level marketing, it's people helping people. And we get to kind of be more picky about who's on our team. Pyramid scheme is not like that. I don't know. That's a whole lot of hoopla, but I'm just going to, take you through what I wrote down. Stop having white knuckles on your business. Start focusing on building a team. Your team's counting on you. Set expectations to change as many lives as possible. And I'm sure you guys all felt that from me right when I left Super Weekend. I hopped on a live. I was like, we got to change some lives, you guys. So, that was really like the theme of everything. So I really, really want you guys to be, thinking about that. I also said your team has to want it. Because if you really think about this, Mackenzie's a 3-star team right now, and she's number 91 in the entire company. You guys, that's massive. That is actually massive. And I say that because she couldn't have gotten there alone. It took me and my team helping me get to Diamond, and it took my team. Okay. It took Claire's team. It took Izzy's team. It took mountains of people. If you're here for the community and for a couple extra $100 and you don't care about rank, that's totally fine. But you've got to know there are people on our team who are building these businesses, and this is important stuff. So just know that it's also part of that. So your team has to want it. You can't go at this alone if you actually want to make a substantial whatever out of it. You've got to have ambition. And I'm just going to do this because other women need this. You've got to have that ambition. And the biggest thing that people always think about with showing their face on their Instagram stories is that they think that their life is so boring. My life is so boring. Your life is not boring. Your life is actually happening to you. I have a 700 square foot apartment. I know I've told this to you guys before, but most of my pictures and most of everything is shot right here in this teeny tiny apartment. And that's, to me, boring, but I share it, and so many people can relate to that. So don't ever discount what you're going through and what your life is, because life is happening to you and somebody out there is going to relate. Let's see. A wording to tell your customers, either you get results or you get your money back. Don't ever be afraid to put that out there. Because in their first month, your client can get their money back, full refund within their first month. So don't ever be afraid to do that, but be a rock star coach so that they do get results and that you don't, lose that commission if they end up getting their money back. Although I have had somebody do that in their first month, so it happens. Don't forget to start with the mission. Is Success Club a non-negotiable? Success Club is just helping 3 women every single month. Is that how you approach the business? Starting with that mission. So that was kind of everything that he talked about in his big overarching. And then I was in a more private Q&A with him. Most common thing that derails people is that it's hard. That's the most common reason why people quit, because they think that it's hard, which it is hard. It's been really, really hard lately, you guys, and I won't hide that from you. But I've never thought about quitting, because everything that I've gained out of this is just, my life has changed and I love it. So keeping going through the hard. He recommended a PD book. This is a PD book that he reads multiple times. The Obstacle is the Way. I don't have the author. I can find the author, but that was his PD book recommendation. When you start the business, you got to say, screw it, I'm in this all the way. His words. Some cool updates, because we got to kind of ask him about behind the scenes Beachbody stuff. He really wants to do something called Beachbody in Sync. And I know it sounds like NSYNC, so maybe we could get some Justin Timberlake in there. But what they would be is you would click on a workout and you would have the opportunity to do it like live on the hour with other people. And then the other option would be to do it normal. Kind of confusing, but it's the idea of doing live workouts so that you could do them like with your friends or your clients. Obviously, that's a huge work in process, but that would be cool. Kind of going off of how the new 21 Day Fix was being shot in real time, kind of similar to that idea. Updates are going to be coming for the Challenge Tracker app. He knows how many issues there are with it. He said that he wants the focus of that app to be all the amazing things that the coaches are doing, because it's been hard. It's been a hard transition for me for the Challenge Tracker app, just because I feel like all of our coaching posts, like mine and Brittany's, they're being pushed down. So he's like, you guys are doing incredible things in the Challenge Tracker app and for your challenge groups, and we want that to be the highlight of your group. So I don't know what the updates are going to be, when they're going to be, but that is like a huge project for him right now, because he knows that there's so many things about it. And then I kind of went through this in my live, but I'm going to go through it again. The 3 top personality traits of a successful coach: resilience, they can work through this; humility, I might not have it right all the time, and doesn't get so focused on the money or the wealth, but they focus on the mission of helping others, helping as many people as they can, and then the money and the wealth and the rank will follow. So again, think of that first car of the train being able to influence people to get healthy, and then the second car is like managing the comp plan and the ranks and the wealth. So that's kind of everything from Super Weekend. I'm going to check the chat really quick. If you guys have any specific questions like about anything that I said, you can unmute yourself. Yes, Ryan Holiday, Taylor, that was it. Thank you. Yeah, so you can pin your coach post to the top, but it's still like janky. I don't know. I miss Facebook a little bit, but I like the ability to log, so I don't know. Jinx. Okay. Any other questions? Okay. All right. Team culture and communities. So I'm going to be I'm going to be real with you guys, because I'm always really, really real. Nikki is quitting coaching, and she is the diamond coach that put our team at 1 star. We held it for 6 weeks, so our team is a lifetime 1-star team. I've had a couple other coaches who have reached out to me expressing a desire to step back. I'm going to try not to get emotional. It's been really hard because in those moments, you look at yourself, oh my God, sorry. You look at yourself and you're like, okay, what am I doing as a leader? What can I do better? And I think for me, being a teacher, like I'm completely a people pleaser. Like I want to make sure everybody's happy. So I've been, oh my gosh, John probably is so happy to have a break out of the house tonight from Beachbody, because it's been a shitstorm of like 2 weeks. And I almost feel like in a way, like I am building kind of from the ground up with all kind of like new emeralds and getting you guys, going on Emerald, which there's absolutely no problem with that. But I feel like I kind of hit a wall, like as this leader. So Super Weekend was amazing. It was amazing for me to kind of reflect and think about, how we're thinking about always leading with the mission. And I think that we've lost sight of that a little bit, because we're like, rank this, rank that. And if you're new on this call, you're like, I don't know, Jane's crying right now. This is weird. I got to get out of here. But I promise, just stick with me. So here's the thing. Being in this business, you have so many different personalities, which is like the coolest thing ever. And with that, though, comes different goals. And everybody has different goals. And you guys have all told me a variety of goals that you want to achieve. And so if you tell me a goal, like as your leader, as your mentor, as your friend and your coach, like I'm going to kind of push you to get there. And if you're feeling pressure or you're feeling anything, it's either like, and this is going to be a little bit tough love, you either have to change your goal or you have to change your effort. Like, I'm not going to back down because I want to build a business and like make this a lifestyle for me. So in my mind, I'm going like, what can I do? But I can't go completely the other side and be like this fluff and be like, making sure everybody's hand is held and that they're not feeling pressure. I don't know if I'm talking in a complete circle right now, if this is making sense. So it's been a struggle for me lately. And so I've been talking to Mackenzie a lot. And because our team is still, growing and building, this doesn't make sense for our team right now, but on a higher level within like the Run Wild section, which you guys are all a part of because we're all part of the team, we're thinking about making 2 separate team pages. A community team page for kind of like the discount coaches, hobby coaches, coaches that are just kind of dabbling, seeing maybe if they're going to hit Success Club, seeing maybe what they want to get out of this. And then we're going to have a builder page. And the builder page is going to be for those women who are hitting Success Club every single month and who are Emerald. Like, those are going to be kind of like your tickets to get in. And this is something that I think that I'm going to want to do in the future as well, just because everybody goes through phases of their life, and you may say, I want to take a step back, but I'm not all the way out. Okay, so hang out in our community page. Love the vibes, love the crew, love everybody. Hop on a team call here and there. But then there might be a coach that comes in here and that's like, girlfriend, like, I need some, I want to build this side income. I want to help some lives. I want to take this full time one day. Like, I love this. I am all in. And she's, hitting her goals. She's going to go on that builder page, and there's going to be that the more tough love, the more pressure, the more, those kind of things, because I want to make sure that you all feel loved, first grade teacher, loved, included, celebrated. Like, I want that for you guys so incredibly much. So if you guys have any thoughts on team culture, team community, what we could do as a team, I know that we're getting some links thrown around so that we can work out together more often or do virtual power hours together. Send me a direct message if you guys have any sort of strong feelings on my strong feelings over here. But it's been tough, and I don't think that there's a right answer, and I don't think that there's a wrong answer. But I don't want to take anything away from people who want to actually build a substantial side business. But I also don't want anybody who, just kind of wants to dabble, because here's the thing. If you guys know Claire, so Claire is on Mackenzie's team and I'm on Mackenzie's team. When I came in, I had no clue what I wanted out of this. I knew that I wanted to make a couple extra $100, and I knew that I loved helping people, and I knew that I needed a fitness routine. I dabbled. I hit Success Club every single month, but I dabbled. Like, I didn't really know what I was doing. And then the ranks started to come. Claire comes in and she's like, I'm building a business. I want to take this full time as fast as possible. And she is go, 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 go. Okay, her and I are at the exact same point in our businesses right now. She has been in the business for like 8 months. I've been in the business for 2+ months, 2 years plus, 2.5 years almost, can't speak. So there are different things. And so you might be, coming into this business saying, I don't know what I want out of it yet. We'll see where this takes me. That was me, you guys. So I don't want to take that away from anybody. But I also know that there are some people who need this, who want this. And if you want to grow with this, I want to provide you the structure to grow faster than I did. So I don't know. That's just kind of like where my head is at with this. There's no right or wrong answers, but I'm here to kind of talk things out if you guys have ideas. But also, I want you to think, everybody's an independent Team Beachbody coach. Every single one of you are. And so if you don't like how something is run on our team, like, that's like completely fine. Like, you're never going to hurt my feelings. So start growing your team and start running it, the way that you want to run it. And when I say grow your team, I never want you to forget that you also have clients who, if you're giving them the most amazing experience, you can turn them into coaches. Like, clients make the best coaches, you guys. So never think that, you shouldn't turn and go that route, that you just have to bring in these random people on Instagram. Build a relationship with some clients first, then start explaining the business side of things. All right, I'm going to shut up about this topic. So leading with passion and heart. I think that you guys have kind of gotten this already out of this call, but I was talking on Monday night to our brand new coaches this month in April, and I was just saying, you've just got to be obsessed with what you're doing. You've got to be obsessed with the workouts and how it makes you feel. Not thinking about anybody else, think about you. How do you feel in that moment? How do you feel when they're done? Are you loving it? If you're not loving your program, switch it up, okay? Be so obsessed with it that you can't wait to pay it forward. Drink Shakeology. If you take 2 days off, how the heck do you feel? I know I feel like crap when I take like a weekend off of drinking Shakeology. Fall in love with your nutrition plan, including the Shakeology, including the products. Fall in love with personal development and filling your mind with just so much goodness to make you a stronger, brighter, happier person. Even on those tough days, you know how to start working through it, because I promise you, if you are in love with all of those aspects of your life, okay, and focusing just solely on you and how it makes you feel, it's going to come across when you go start those invitations, when you go start those relationships, because it's not going to feel weird. It's not going to feel icky. You are going to be so excited. I've been sending a lot more voice messages this week. Today on my lunch, I had 10 minutes and I was like, I went to my coach follow-up list because Shay and I are running a coach info session this week. And I just went through and I messaged them. And I'm like, I hope that your Wednesday's going great. I'm on my lunch prep. And I was just thinking about you. I've got another coach info session. I'd love to get you plugged into that. And I just spoke. And you guys, people can feel that. They can hear that. Don't be afraid to do a voice message. Okay, even if you're typing it out, people feel your passion on your stories. People feel your passion. But if you're not in love with this process, take a step back and evaluate, well, how can I re-fall in love with my workouts? How can I recommit and re-fall in love with fueling my body right? How can I fall in love with whatever personal development I'm listening to? I was listening to Mastering Your Mean Girl. There was a huge hype. A lot of people on Danielle's team were loving it. I couldn't get into it. I tried it. To me, it was just like a lot of like woo girl mumbo jumbo. It just wasn't my vibe at this time in my life. It might be your vibe right now. I may come back to it later. So I switched it. I was like 3 chapters in. I'm like, I got to switch this. It's not serving me right now to be absolutely obsessed. So just some things to think about, because if we go back to our roots and if we go back to helping as many people as we can, not just skimming by on Success Club, just helping as many people as we can, not even focusing on those numbers, lead with passion and heart, and the rest will flow and it will all come. I wanted to touch on following up. I wanted to do a business tip Tuesday yesterday, and I want to start doing those. I had a field trip yesterday, and I got told that I'm moving grade levels next year. So I kind of felt like a bus hit me yesterday. So I was just like, again, my energy level was not where it needed to be to serve you guys. So I figured I would just kind of attach it to this call. So we don't talk about follow-ups too much. It's on your business activity tracker. And I want to let you guys know that if somebody ghosts me and I send them an invite and they've seen it, and when I go and who's following my stories on Instagram and I see this person and I click to go message them and I see, oh, well, I invited them last month. They saw it, but they didn't say anything. They're getting another invite. I'm going to change my words. They're getting another invite. I don't care. They're still watching me. They get another invite. Next month, go back. Check, clicker. She's now seen 2 of them. She's still watching me. She gets a 3rd invite. I don't care. She could block her, unfollow her, stop watching me. She's clearly still enjoying my stuff. The idea is that you want to get to 7. 7 follow-ups. Not even kidding you. I have a variety of follow-ups if you're actually talking to the person and they keep ghosting you. And I can post these. I got these from a call. So like in the first follow-up, you could say, hey, like, did you want to chat more about my group, more about my virtual gym, whatever you're calling it. The second one, let's talk more before this special offer ends. You guys, there's a special offer every single month. They don't need to know exactly what it is. You can say it. Did you want to jump in or wait until the next one? Have you thought more about, I know before wasn't a great time, but And then by the sixth one, you could say something like, were you still interested, or do you want me to take you off my list? Then the seventh one, and I've sent this now to 2 people. This is the only time that I've ever gotten this far to actually take people off my list. I haven't been able to connect, and good luck with your journey. You know where to find me. I've done it to 2 people, and they're still watching me, and it drives me freaking nuts, but I did it. Because at that point, it's just annoying you, and it's just sucking the life out of you. But here's the thing. So I follow up with a list from my streak. If they get plugged into like a chit-chatting column, or that I've invited them already and that we've had some sort of conversation, I follow up with those people once a month. Sometimes on Sundays I'll start chipping away at it, but I kind of reserve that. Like next week when I start promoting my May group, I'm going through my streak and I am following up with everybody, and they're probably going to get a voice message more often than not. The other thing is just, you never know until like I just am scrolling through who's watching my Instagram stories, and I click on a girl and I hit message, oh, she's watching me, hit message. And I'm like, oh, I already invited her 2 weeks ago. She's getting another invite 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago. I had my May group opening. That was for my April group. She gets another invite. Don't be afraid to be annoying. It's not annoying, because think of it. A lot of things could happen. How many times do you're doing something and your friend or your mom or somebody texts you and you look at it and then you go back to doing whatever you're doing and you forget to respond? Give people the benefit of the doubt. That could have happened to your message. Okay, maybe they were reading it and their dog had an accident on the floor and they had to go clean it, and then they just never got back to you. Or maybe they had kids, okay, and the kid is doing something over there, whatever. So, give people the benefit of the doubt. Don't think that they're just being an a-hole and not following up with you. So follow up. Basically, the point of this is to follow up. And if you're not sure what to follow up with, reach out to me. I'm more than happy to help. I'll probably ask to see a screenshot or ask you what you said in your first one. You'll want to change the wording a little bit. Sometimes I don't even change the wording that much. I don't care. They're still watching me. They know what I'm about. Like they know what I'm offering. So I'll just send it again. And I know that I heard it in a Kate Schultz's call that she did it back to back, 2 days in the exact same invite on accident. And the girl ended up signing up. So, you just never know. Okay, this is actually my last slide, and then we can kind of chat if you guys have anything to chat about. I saw these 2 quotes today and I wanted to share them with you. So from the one and only Rachel Hollis, don't put any restrictions on it. Don't overthink it. Just allow yourself to envision the most magnificent possible future version of yourself. You guys, the sky is the limit in this business. And I know that so many of you are new, and you probably think I'm just saying that just to say it, but you can create the life of the life of your dreams. When I'm at Summit and when I'm at these live events and I see these women there who have built these massive empires, these massive businesses, and they're just like me. They're literally just like me. They don't have magic scripts. They don't have a magical upline. They don't have anything different than what we have. They have all the resources that we have. Everything. They are probably just talking to more people. Maybe they've been in it longer than I have. And that's it. Okay, so think of the best version of yourself. Think about what she does. Think about what she says, what life she's living. And start acting as if, start working towards that. Don't restrict yourself in this, because so much can happen. And then Jen Sincero, so she's the author of You Are a Badass. Great book. If you've not read that one, I highly recommend. So often we pretend that we've made a decision, and what we've really done is signed up to try until it gets too uncomfortable. And obviously this one kind of hit home for me because I just... like Carl said, one of his things, the thing that derails coaches the most is when it gets hard. And you guys, this business got really hard for me a couple weeks ago. Really, really hard. I probably had a lot of reasons that I could have used to quit. It was hard. I cried a lot. But there is nothing that brings me more joy than hanging out with you guys tonight, than seeing you guys grow, than celebrating you guys hitting Emerald, than celebrating you guys trying new things on social media, than seeing you guys, hit these milestones and changing lives and, sharing things in our boot camps. It's incredible. So when things get uncomfortable, which they will, I promise you, you're going to hit something at some point. Okay. It might happen tomorrow. You might take a week off and say, oh my God, do I even keep going with this? Okay. Think about why you started, what you want out of this, and that somebody out there needs you, and work through that uncomfort, because this, I promise you, is just so incredibly worth it. So I hope that I wasn't too weird and soapboxy, and I'm sorry for getting emotional. I'm going to stop